Hey guys, welcome back to the video. In today's video, we're gonna be doing alternate future part something. I'm gonna do another one of these videos. I'm really enjoying making these videos right now. So, alternate history. So, yeah, I'm pretty sure we left off with the blue team collapsing, as you can see, and well, also Africa is getting explored more and more, and well, our pink country they do have a massive colony down here now, and I'm pretty sure we left off with a new dark green country starting right off here. So yeah, we're gonna start over here in Asia, and you see our dark green country has been exploring between videos, and they were able to explore actually a fair amount of Vietnam, Laos, and Thailand. We're gonna ignore nature for a little bit here, just this little part, but oh, okay, I missed. I hate how, like, if you just miss one little pixel. Hold up, let me fix this, because I don't think Vietnam's a part of the water, because, like, there is no border. Yeah, so, the Green Country was able to explore down here, but they eventually found a tribe, and the tribe, they were actually closely tied with, Koreans, so the Koreans already knew about this, they just didn't tell the Green Country, because the Green Country and the Koreans hate each other. So, yeah, but we're gonna need new color. Let me just get one right now. Guys, is this green? Because my color wheel is saying that this is green. Am I colorblind, guys? Because if I can, this would make these videos a lot more difficult. And like when I say like, oh, the green country, it's actually like blue. Am I colorblind, guys? Please tell me in the comments. But yeah, as I was saying, we have a this colony, well, not this colony, this tribe, well, this now country is pretty big in the Vietnam area and everything else. But so, um, this Vietnam country does go ahead and expand a little bit, and then Vietnam and the Chinese country tell Europe that this is a country here, and yeah. So if we go over to North America now, we do have the Koreans. They end up splitting this into two pieces. Most of it goes over to the dark blue country right here, and well, the rest of it, they're selling this land to them because the Koreans they don't really see a use for this colony, and well, yeah. And well, the rest of it goes over to our dark country, our dark purple country. You see, the dark purple country was they're also losing stability because, well, yeah, they're losing stability because if you look over here in Japan, their economy here, I'll show you guys the economy. So their economy, they started off pretty well. They went boop boop boop, and this is like closer to the start, and this is like at the end of this is like when the peace treaty started. They flatlined for a little bit, then they got their colony, and then it's been going up ever since. But lately, it's been at a downhill climb. It did flatline for a little bit, so the government thought that they could fix it, but when they tried to fix it, um, it went directly down. And this is actually what happens to most Asian countries, because like your country either is going to have terrible economics or you're going to be hated by a different country and be invaded, and they're probably going to be stronger than you. So this, our dark purple country, I hope no one liked it, but They split up into multiple pieces again. The top part goes back to the green country, but the Koreans, they don't really want that much, so they only really take right there. So yeah, they only take right the top of the main island and this northern island. So like they have an easier time passing through here, and they don't have to get taxed, and like they can tax other ships. But um, the pink actually gets a fair amount of land. They were able to reach up and get up to here, and well, the pink is gonna get that colony. Um, yeah, so the pink now has a colony, and like this blue country right here is like, what the heck is going on over there? And then the rest goes over to the purple country, but no, the green and the pink country don't really like the purple country, so the purple country is probably not going to exist for much longer. But let me just quickly erase the capital. Um, and then there, and so yeah. But if we go back over to Europe, um, the brown country was able to make some technology to go deeper into the Sahara Desert, and they start selling this technology to everyone, like to make a lot of money and help explore the world. Because right now, everyone wants to know what's out there. Everyone's really curious because like technology is advancing really fast. And well, if you gotta remember in the last video, the first bomb, technically bomb, was created. Was It's not really a bomb. It's like a little, but like yeah. Don't ask me how it was dropped. I don't know, because I'm now just realizing that planes do not exist. But yeah, but now you have the the brown country was able to expand their colony deeper into Africa. But you see, this region right here is a very disputed region right here between the orange and the red. So the red, they go ahead and make their claim, and it sits about right here. And while the Browns' claim does overlap like a couple times, like right there, and right there. So that's the Orange's claim. So the Red, they go ahead and set up some colonies here. But the Red, uh, so yeah, the Brown, they're like, well, you can't do that. And the Red's like, why not? They said, because we want this land. Well, and then, but they're like, well, you have so much more land to expand than us. They say fine. So they make up a deal, and the brown country, they get this northern part, but the red gets the rest. So the red was able to get away with their colony, and my dog is leaving. Nope, she's just walking. So if you hear like sounds coming from my background, that's probably going to be my dog. She's just laying back there. She's doing something. What you doing? Okay, well, she wants pets, so yeah, I'm gonna continue the video, but might be a little slower because yeah. But so they do send out some explorers, but they do start to get really deep into Africa, and this is where they are like, okay, we can't go much deeper. The red team, they do send out a little bit more. They were able to go out a little bit deeper, but once they reached about right here, they weren't really able to go much deeper. But so the red team, they set out a mission to connect with the pink colony. So yeah, now sits right there. And well, the pink, they also send out some explorers. So It's not just the red that's doing all the work, but yeah. The red does own these islands, so. But you see, people are starting to get angry. Well, some other countries are not so happy right now because, well, they're like, well, how are we want some colonies? Oh, that's not supposed to happen. But you see, they can't really get any colonies because any country in this area, like this, maybe the closest country that could get a colony is the dark red, Italian country, but they're still too weak. This country, they're focusing on problems with their own country because there's multiple groups that broke away from the blue that now they combined into one country also. But they started to get a hold, and well, they were able to make like a couple important cities, I guess. But now you have all this open area, and you see no one really claims it. So, well, a new country's gonna march right in here and be like, "I think I should own this land," because there are people living out here, and actually, that's exactly what happens. So, yeah, but you gotta remember, our blue country, they've been quiet for the past little bit, and that's because, well, they've been inventing. They've been focusing on economy, and well, they their economy went boom one day. It wasn't fully able to rocket them to like Korean level, but it was able to surpass the pink country. The military started doing really good, but that's really about it. So yeah, but I guess our new country also needs a capital. So yeah, now you go ahead and have the our blue country. They go ahead and start they go ahead and meet up with Russia. But you see, this is a very controversial move because, well, they've been like neutral for the past little bit, but as soon as they reach Russia, some countries start to realize that they probably shouldn't like this country as much as they do. And the blue country, they start losing relations like crazy. Don't ask me how they're losing it. Like like people just think that they're plotting something with Russia. But some deals go on with this pink country. And this new country to make like some land trading deals. So yeah, but you see, eventually people are done with this, and the but the brown for one is one of the countries that are done with this. This country has been around for quite a bit, and well, they want that economics. But see, the person that needs it the most is gonna be our new country because their economy is not as good and not as it's going to take them a while to catch up with everybody else. So they go ahead and make a couple more land trades, which isn't really land trades. They just kind of like get some land. But they also declare war on the blue country. But you gotta remember, the blue country is still quite strong. Um, but after the war, I'm pretty sure they did lose their wall. Yeah, they did. Like the only thing remaining of their wall is right there. And actually, when it became a tourist attraction, so it's like one of the first tourist attractions. But something bad happens. Is during this war, it wasn't blown up or anything. It crumbled. It killed so many people. Also, our Russians see an attempt to get more land, so they also declare war on them. But eventually, the Russians they also get stopped. Our red team they also go ahead and declare war on them. Our red team is actually like the most successful out of pretty much most of the countries because like they have like barely any land, but they were able to like reach the outskirts of a city. So that's pretty important. But eventually, you have the blue country starting to realize that they're not gonna win this war. They're fighting multiple fronts. They're fighting one, two, three, four fronts, and no one is able to fight a four-front war. Barely anybody in the world is able to fight a two-front war in real life, including the US. But eventually, the first major city is captured by the red country, and our red country sends over a peace treaty to our blue. And it looks something like this. So, um, they say, give me this part of this land, and well, there then I'll exit the war, and they kind of accept that. But now we need to build another wall, I guess. The wall splits right there, and yeah, this city is now like this half of the city was destroyed because this was a part of the red team's plan. Like they destroyed that part of the city. They killed so many people there, but still, no one can fight a three front war. And actually, the brown team they were able to make a mass explosion and like advance really far, and they were able to make it into right here until they also go ahead and say, here, give me this land right here, and well, then I will exit the war. And well, the new country, they also send over a peace treaty and say, give me this land right here, and I will also exit the war. Because gotta remember, this is like big like these cities have lots of economics in them. Like this is like this is this is where people live. Not this is like not much in this is not much industrialized. This these cities are so like this half of the city is like not anymore because it got blown up pretty much, but this half still is. This city is actually the most industrialized, so the blue team was hesitant to give it up, but they decided that would probably be the smartest decision. And well, our Russians they go ahead and they also sent over a peace treaty, and they were able to just take that. But eventually, like the blue team was just saying take that, but eventually the Russians were forced them to do that to take to let them take this. But once again, the Russians need to learn to stop doing things because, well, um, well, the Russians they go ahead and they are now going to get absolutely demolished because there's like a massive rebellion that's happening right now in your country because of this war, and it's hurting your economics. And you see, this is what it looks like. Yeah, it doesn't look good. And some other countries go ahead and decide to join it because, well, you're weak now. We see our blue country, they kind of broke terms of the peace treaty, but they don't really care. Um, they declared war on the Russians again and retook a lot of land. So yeah, our blue country's back, I guess. But they are now so they went from like zooming up with economics, and now their economics are all the way back down. Our pink country right here also joins the war. They're next to join the war. They take what they want and exit the war because the Russians they start giving land away to make sure that people don't join the war. And you see, for one, you have these countries are the ones that um, get land to like make sure that they don't join the war. Because the Russians, they don't really want to fight them. The Russians, they go ahead and send over a peace treaty and they accept it, and that's that border. But eventually, you have some areas getting wiped out. The capital is officially encircled, and well, now it looks like that. And well, some more encirclements happen, and well, this destroys most of the Russian army. Like not most, just large portions of the Russian army. But you see, this is a Russian Revolution, and well, they go ahead and pretty much promise to reunite the Russians. But eventually, the Russian capital falls, and soon this half does, and well, a peace treaty gets sent over. So I'm gonna show you the Russians, like where the Russians live. They live in this circle pretty much. So this is why they are promising to reunite the Russians. And it's not all of these countries. So like this new Russia just wants all the Russian land. But yeah, so as you can tell, it's not a night. Oh no, what just happened? Oh well. But yeah, so you do have a so yeah, that's the peace treaty now. And you see, our original Russian country no longer really exists. It's kind of like countries are collapsing everywhere nowadays. But as I was saying, they're uniting the Russians and they declared war on two countries. This country down here and the Ukrainian country. The Ukrainian country is quick to fall, like not quick to fall, but like they start collapsing pretty fast. In the north, in the south, in the eastern front. But once the Russians got closer to the capital, they started to get slowed down. So the rest this is why the Russians declared war on them, just to move through the country. And eventually the Russians were just told to hold this front line right here. And well, the Russians, they go ahead and make a couple naval invasions. Um, one right here, one right um here, and one right here. So these two countries do pretty like the Ukrainian country do have to get does has to get completely wiped out to unite the Ukrainian Russians. And see, the reason why the Russians are pretty much everywhere is because of what the Russians were doing. They would switch the people around, where they would like move them around, like they would take one person and switch the country around. Like not take one person, but like they would take like let's say they take a Ukrainian person, move it somewhere where they're not supposed to be, move the Russians in. But eventually, this Ukrainian country does surrender, and same with this country. And well, now this our new Russian country is gonna stop, and they're actually going to industrialize a lot because you see they start to realize that if they want to reunite the Russians, which they do, they're gonna have to industrialize quite a bit. They start down here in the north just to like um just to help. And here, guys, if you see a light gray line, that's how you know that this is like an industrial zone. It's like right So that's their industrial zone of the Russians. And yeah, I guess so. Yeah, that's the industrial zone of the Russians. I don't know if you guys want me to leave this here. I don't want to leave it here, but it looks more like that. So yeah, this is the industrial zone of the Russians, and well, they're capitalizing on that. And more countries are now starting to focus on their economics lately. But you see, tensions in Europe has not been this high since the three powers were still around. Also, you have this light gray country. They were able to expand out more into Sweden, but a country that goes ahead and decides that they want to reconquer all the lost pink land, which is like down here in this area, down all of this, probably some of the pink, like that of the pink, a little bit of the green, like that. Obviously, some of this. But you see, this leader is very less favored. But the other government, they were appeasing everyone too much, and well, they didn't really like that. But yeah, so they do want to unite them, but right now the government has to settle a lot of turmoil in his country, so he's not gonna do much. You have our dark pink country able to expand a little bit, but um our this Turkish country, it's been quiet for a little bit. And well, that's what's bad about it. Because well, no one knows what's about to happen to it because no one knows what's going on in it. It could be going really strong, or it could be about to completely snap into a thousand pieces. Uh-oh, did I just spoil it? Yes, I did. Because well, they send up people to conquer this land, but instead of conquering it, they decide to start their own country. And lots of Turkish people from this area start moving up here. And well, cities are forced to starting to disappear because like these are just like cities that lots of people living, and now they're ghost towns. But eventually, the dark pink and the other pink country both decide to declare war on them. But first off, let me just draw some important cities for like put some important cities in on this new country. So, the new country starts it, and they were able to march in a decent amount because people were welcoming them in pretty much until the army got there. Obviously, this country is new, so like obviously it's going to take them a little bit to push in, but eventually, this dark pink country was able to start pushing in to like these areas, but as you can tell, um, this is not going to go good for these two countries because they're part of the Triangle Alliance. The Turkish are part of the Triangle Alliance, and well, the Triangle Alliance sends off mass support to the Turkish until something happens. The brown country goes ahead and declares war on the 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 dark pink country, and well, their colonies do haven't met. So the brown country, they go ahead and start doing what they do best, colonizing. But once they reach it, they go ahead and start the invasion. I think this might be the first actual invasion in like this series in Africa. So it is major because this is like the first war of this continent. We're not going to count the Lime country because they were barely in it, but the brown country started to move through and started to take the some land. Eventually they reached a more militarized zone, like the zone that they've had for longer, which is like up here in this area. But you see, the brown country, they make a naval invasion in some islands. They do some island hopping, and well, it goes good for them because, well, just look, boom, they were able to do some island hopping, and they were able to take most of the islands that Greece was putting, like the dark pink countries um, putting military things on. Well, eventually, the brown country and well, the Turkish country was able to push them out of the country, and a peace treaty is decided on. This is what the peace treaty is decided on. Except the brown country goes ahead and gets a little bite out of the dark pink country because see this country they got a little bit of land. So yeah, that's gonna do it for this video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I know I enjoyed making for you guys, but yeah, I'll see you guys next one. Peace. Bye.